bottom line is speak to your ideal clients. This is absolutely essential because if your message doesn't resonate with them, again, they won't reach out to you. They won't see you as a solution to their problem, even though you can help them. But they don't know that they don't know that you can help them. And if they have to guess and wonder, it's a no. It's a no. You've already lost them. Hello. Welcome back to the Charyse Williams Show. You guys, I'm so excited to share this with you. I feel like I say that at the beginning of every episode because I am truly very excited to share information with you guys. But this is the thing, it's not just about information. Yes, you need information, but how quickly can you implement? How quickly can you implement the information? Because you guys, what I'm giving you all is gold. Okay. So today, what we're going to be talking about are the 7 non-negotiables for a thriving holistic health business. And I want you to know that I have put together a masterful, incredible playbook for you, a really high level playbook for you. So if you want that playbook, I will make sure that I have the team link it below, down below in the show notes. So let's just hop right into it. So yes, there are 7 non-negotiables. Today, I'm going to share with you 3. Okay, I'm going to share with you 3 very intentionally because I want you to grab the playbook. Alrighty, and there's something to be said about listening to information, but then also having information right in front of you, so that way you can read it, write it, highlight it, circle it, underline it, add notes to it, and then implement. That's the name of the game, is implementation. So the first non-negotiable, you guys, and I feel like I talk about this all the time, but if you're new to me, this will be the first time you're hearing this, is identifying a niche, choosing a niche with clarity and confidence. Now, oftentimes I hear people say, well, I don't want to have a niche. And for those of you who don't know what a niche is, that's an area of focus or a specialty, if you will. So for instance, you might have a general surgeon. Yes, general surgeon, but then you also have cardiothoracic surgeons, right? They're both surgeons. However, one is a specialist, one is a generalist. Why is it important for you to be a specialist? Because when you are a specialist in your holistic health business, you are able to really go an inch wide and a mile deep, as Dr. Alandis likes to say. I always like to quote him on that. But an inch wide, a mile deep. You don't have to know all the things. You don't have to, be switching from area to area. You can literally laser zone in a particular area. So whether that's helping women in perimenopause or menopause or in weight loss or with thyroid, whatever the case may be, and I always say, what brings you joy? What brings you happiness? Yes, we were trained to be able to take care of everybody. I know that. I get that. But what actually brings you joy? Because one of the beautiful things about having your own business is that you get to do the things that bring you joy, right? So if you're going to have your own business, you better make sure that it's something that you absolutely love and enjoy. And I know, I can hear you. You're saying, but I love taking care of everybody. Yeah. I get it. I'm not trying to be dismissive about this, but what you will find is that you will struggle, and you might be listening to this and you might be struggling already finding clients or actually attracting clients because you're here, there, and everywhere, and you're speaking in generalities. What you want to focus on is pick a niche, whatever that niche is. Here's the thing, you guys, nothing is ever permanent. You could always change. If you get into the groove, and let's say you start off thinking that you want to help women with hormones, and you do that for a little bit, and then through just your practice, you decide, this isn't really, blowing my hair back anymore. I feel like I really want to do something different. Shift. You're not locked into anything. This is your business. And I will tell you, when I first started my holistic health coaching business, I was a bit of a generalist, which really explains why I kind of was on the struggle bus for a little bit. But when I really niched down and I really leaned into, okay, what is it that I really, really love? I really love, number one, working with high achieving women. Why? Because I am a high achiever. And I understand that most of us put our health on the back burner because we're so career driven and we're so of high impact and high impact, right? And so because that is our nature, we oftentimes are putting ourselves on the back burner. So I have been there, I have done that, I understand it. And the other thing with that is that a lot of times people think, oh, well, they have it all together. They have it all together. Exterior, like people looking from the outside in, they think, oh, they have it all together. They have a successful career and a successful family, beautiful family, da, 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 da. But in the inside, they're falling apart, right? Because no one's checked on them. And they don't feel like they can slow down enough because they're so high achieving and so high impact, they don't feel like they can slow down enough to really, take care of themselves, right? So I get that, and that is that literally that type of woman has a special place in my heart. Okay. The other thing I realized that I absolutely love in terms of disease process is type 2, helping women, high achieving women reverse type 2 diabetes and primary hypertension. It lights me up. When I tell you it lights me up, and I think one of the reasons why it lights me up is because as society, we have been told and taught that, well, if you have diabetes, once you have pre-diabetes, it's going to go to diabetes. And, once it progressed to diabetes, and once you have diabetes, yes, you're going to start on an oral medication and you'll be on it for life. Or you'll be on multiple oral medications and you'll be on it for life, or it'll progress to insulin. And this is a lifelong sentence. And because that is what has been really drilled into our head, I'm like, nope, that's not what we're not going to do is that. We're not doing that, right? And same thing with primary hypertension. Once you have hypertension, you have it for life. You're going to be on blood pressure medicine for life. No, you're not. And so I think a little bit of it is the rebel in me. And because I've helped people reverse their type 2 diabetes. I've helped people reverse their primary hypertension, get off of medications, multiple medications, right? Naturally. Okay. So, but that lights me up. When I say it fires me up. So what is it that fires you up? And if you're not sure, just pay attention next time you go to work, next time you're working with patients or clients, next time you're even in conversation with people. When you get that fire, when you start talking and that fire starts to build inside of you and you just can't stop and you're on it. Like you literally are on fire. That's it. Something that you get so passionate about. That's it. That's it. And because it comes so natural to you, it's oftentimes overlooked, but that is it. I'm telling you right here, right now, that is it. So pick your niche, put your stake in the sand. I think that's how it goes. And just say, this is it. And again, if later down the line something changes, great, it changes. Guess what? You have permission to evolve. At the end of the day, we are all evolving. If we are not evolving, we're dying. That's the truth of it. Okay. So pick a niche. Okay. Become a specialist and not a generalist. This is going to help you attract clients, the right clients to you. Yay. Yay. Can we say yay together? Yay, yay all day. Okay. And then you want to be able to, of course, articulate that very powerfully, very succinctly. And that might sound something like, I help high achieving women with diabetes and hypertension heal their bodies with the foods that they eat, the thoughts that they think, and the words that they speak so that they can prevent and reverse disease. Might sound something like that. That is actually my one-line statement. Okay. It might sound something like, I help busy, high-achieving women in perimenopause lose stubborn weight and regain their energy using functional lab testing and nutrition and mindset coaching. It might sound something like that. Bottom line is, pick it and run with it, okay? Which leads me to number 2. Here's the thing. Your niche drives everything. It drives your marketing. It drives your sales conversation. It drives your programs. It drives everything. So if you are wandering around without a niche, you literally are wandering around in the desert. And until you pick a niche, you'll probably continue to wander. Do yourself a favor. Stop torturing yourself. Pick a niche. If you're thinking, but I don't want it, but it's gonna prevent me from working with other people. No, it's not. You know why it's not? Because have you heard of the word comorbidities? I know you have. Have you thought about, everything is connected. We know everything is connected. So if they are having problems with diabetes, for instance, or hypertension, there's other things going on. There's insulin resistance going on. There's metabolic dysfunction going on. There's probably there's some gut health or dysbiosis going on. Okay. So you're marketing to a specific target audience. And when they actually come in, when they work with you, you'll find that there's more than one issue. There's always more than one issue because everything is connected. Okay. Now, again, that drives everything. Next thing you want to look at, number 2, is nailing your messaging and speaking to your ideal client. Why is this important? Because when you're not, going back to speaking in generalities, when you're speaking in generalities, no one hears you. When you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to no one. No one hears you. However, Did you notice that when I said I work with high achieving women with diabetes or hypertension, if that's you, like your ears perked up, like, oh, she can help me. I help women, high achieving women in perimenopause. I'm just using high achieving, it could be anybody. I work with entrepreneurs in perimenopause. Oh, if that's you, your ears perk up, their ears perk up. So now they can now connect you as a solution to their problem. That's how you attract clients in abundance. You want to start speaking their language. You want to start, even in the things that you're posting online, again, make it relevant to them. You can't make something relevant to them when you don't know who the them is, right? So nail your marketing, your messaging, and your messaging is part of your marketing. So bottom line is speak to your ideal clients. This is absolutely essential, because if your message doesn't resonate with them, again, they won't reach out to you. They won't see you as a solution to their problem, even though you could help them. But they don't know that they don't know that you can help them. And if they have to guess and wonder, it's a no. It's a no. You've already lost them. Okay. So instead of saying something like, I help I help with functional nutrition, say something like, and again, this is going back into your marketing, your messaging online. I help women stop feeling bloated and exhausted after every afternoon, so they can enjoy life again. Something to that effect. You're speaking to them specifically, not generally. Okay. And the third thing I'm going to share with you. You guys, and this is like, I maybe should have led with this, but I knew you weren't ready for it. I had to ease you into it. So the third thing is you absolutely must get comfortable with selling and shift your relationship or the way that you identify with the word selling. Because here's the deal. If you are in business, your business needs sales to survive. And we're not here to just have a surviving business. We are here to have a thriving business. We are here to make a huge impact. Are we not? Yes. And in order for us to make an impact, the level of impact that we're wanting to make, we have to have sales. We have to have people that raise their hand and say, yes, I want to work with you. Here's my card. Or here's my money, whatever the case may be. Okay. And so you want to just embrace the idea. And if I can help you shift, right? So if you have I don't have a negative connotation around sales, but I know that a lot of people do. Like my experience with sales, people selling me things, me buying things, has always been relatively, predominantly pleasant. But I understand that that's not everyone's perspective, and that's not everyone's paradigm, right? Oftentimes when we think of sales, we think of like the slick sales cars, used car salesman with the patent leather shoes and the, I don't know why we think about that. But that's where our mind goes oftentimes. So here's the thing. We have to shift this, because just because that might be true, the slick talking used salesman, that does not mean that has to be true for you. That does not mean that that's how you have to go about selling. Please don't, by the way, because if that's a turn off to you, it will be a turn off to other people, right? And you'll avoid it like the plague, which means that your business is going to suffer. Okay, and we don't want that. So get comfortable with selling in a way that doesn't feel salesy. This is not something this is not like you have to put on a whole different persona, right? Or you don't have to you don't have to adopt a whole nother persona to shift into sales mode. No. And in fact, the more authentic you are, the more you are, the more comfortable you are, the better the conversation is going to go. So again, it's not about shifting into sales mode. And in fact, if you can even shift the way you think about sales, I look at sales as service. I am doing people a disservice. I am being selfish and doing people a disservice to not share with them what I have to offer that can literally change the trajectory of their health and their life. And if I don't offer that to them, the nerve of me, the gall, the unmitigated gall of me, like how selfish is that? And so I look at it as an act of service, because I am doing it from a place of service. Because if they don't get the support that they need to reverse their diabetes and their hypertension and whatever else that I might be helping them with, they are going to suffer. They are, unnecessarily. And so I'm doing them a disservice by not selling them or enrolling them into my program. So it's absolutely essential for the viability of your business, for the sustainability of your business, for the level of impact that you're wanting to make. all of it. It checks the boxes for all of that. So just fall in love if you can, like literally fall in love with being of service and really just shift your paradigm around what sales means. You guys, I told you I put together a high level playbook for you with all 7 non-negotiables. I did. And inside of that playbook, let me tell you what else is in there. I will tell you, it is a step-by-step method. It's actually the methodology that I use that I've been using for the last, 5 years, that allows me to enroll clients on repeat into my high ticket holistic health coaching programs, high ticket and low ticket. Majority of my programs would be in the high ticket category, but I have low ticket offers and mid ticket offers, programs and ways in which that they can work with me. And so this is the exact framework. And you guys, one of the things I will share with you just as a little tip, as a little pro tip, if you're doing all the talking in the conversation, whether it's a consult, whatever, I usually refer to them as enrollment conversations, but they're sales calls. They're consults, because when I'm consulting with someone, having a consult with someone, I'm going to have an enrollment conversation. And here's the thing, if you are doing all the talking, you're doing it wrong. Let me just tell you that. That's why you want the framework. Again, make sure you get the framework. It's in the playbook that's linked down below. So you should be doing, just as a general rule of thumb, you should only be doing 10 to 20% of the talking. And in fact, that talking really should be in the form of questions. They should be doing the other 80 to 90% of the talking. Okay. So if you've been approaching sales with, I got to talk them into it, number one, and we don't do that. That's so 1980. I don't even know. I don't know what year that is, but it's so not now. No, you don't want to talk them. And the minute you shift into convincing energy, it's a wrap. Number one, you start to feel icky. And number two, so do they, and they're out the door. They're like, no, I'm not doing this. Okay. You want to ask questions, because guess what? The answers that are going to lead to them saying yes to working with you is inside of them. It's not inside of you. I know you're brilliant. I get it. I'm smart. I'm brilliant too. But guess what? Their reason for saying yes to working with you is inside of them. If you don't ask the right questions to elicit that response, or to help them get clarity around why it is that they do need to work with you, not because you told them to or convinced them to, absolutely quite the contrary, but because they see the value, because they see what's at risk if they don't. Totally different perspective, and that's why you get a totally different result. Okay, the framework's in the playbook. I put it in there for you. All right. And not only did I put all 7 non-negotiables, because we just covered 3 today, because I didn't want this to be a very lengthy podcast. So I put all 7 of the non-negotiables in there, but I also added in there 3 big mistakes that I see people make all the time. Nurses, nurse practitioners, physicians. I see them make it all the time when they're building their business. And I don't want you to make these 3 mistakes. So that being said, like I said, linked it below. The other thing I want to share with you is this. If you are not inside of the Launch and Scale Your Holistic Health Business to 6 Figures and Beyond Facebook group, I'm going to also have the team link that down below, because inside of that group, you guys, there's so much learning, rich learning that occurs in that group. There's so much networking that occurs in that group. There's so much collaboration that is happening in that group. You want to be part of it. One of the keys to success is to surround yourself with people who are further along than you are in the area in which you are working on mastering. So right now you're working on mastering, building a successful business. You're working on growing your business to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, beyond, even to 7 figures and beyond. The best way for you to acclimate to that is to get yourself in proximity to other people who are doing the exact same thing and that are crushing it, because it helps you also break belief barriers. When you see people celebrating that, I just got another client. I just got a client that just enrolled in my $6,000 program, my $10,000 program, my $15,000 program. I just enrolled someone into my root cause blood work analysis for $300 or $500. Literally, that helps break belief barriers for you. So get yourself in that community. There's so much growth and ascension that happens in community. So that being said, you guys, if you did not watch the last episode with none other than the Tracy Litt, I definitely encourage you to go back one episode. I think it was episode 62, if I'm not mistaken. You got to watch that and you got to share it. Okay, watch it, share it to whoever pops in your brain that's like, oh my God, they need to know this. Get it to them. Okay. All righty, you guys. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next time on another episode of the Charyse Williams Show. Bye for now.